another interesting edition of the Singles Connect with the theme Ready, a platform for young Nigerian professionals due for relationships and marriage. The coordinator of the platform, Mrs. Chinwe Bode Akinwande, used the opportunity to speak on real issues in relationships today.
Success has a way of changing people. If you don't manage success, success owns you. And that's where you see some people becoming nasty and dishing instructions to the same man that they used to take instructions from. So the question is, if I'm rich today, will I still be me? It's a personal decision that we all take if we are saying we are ready. If you're rolling and signing checks in millions and all of a sudden you maintain like 3 currencies that you don't even know what your account balance is, and you have your friend doing a birthday party at Ikeja where you are a friend and you have bought an Ashrebi of 180,000, your husband tells you, I'm sorry, you're not going anywhere. Will you sit down? That's the reality. That's the R. Will you sit down to say, honey, this lady is my friend. Can I just go? Or will you even behave as though somebody did not even say anything? Joseph, get me the Prado. That's what I want to take out. And you're gone. That's for the ladies. And for the guys, for a man's heart to begin to cut when the fiancé is about flying the ladders of career is a problem. You have a problem as a man. Why would you begin to think she will not listen to me again? It's either you have seen what has happened in the past on people's story and you want to relate it to your own life. It's easier for the man to be the one dishing the money. It's always tougher for the woman to remain humble when she's the one dishing the cash. 98% of research shows that the women are horrible when they cut the shows and they take decisions on financial issues. So the question is, for all of us seated here as ladies, if you're the one paying the house rent, paying the children's school fees, doing all sorts, 98% of the finances, when the things are down for your guy or for your husband to be, if you look into the future, will you still be humble? That's the question. Never say never. He might be rich today. Anything can happen tomorrow. We have had that discussion. Love redefined. Most women, most ladies, most babes that sat round the table said, as far as they are concerned, that the man picks the bill. If that is still the mentality, you're not ready. That's the truth. If that is still your mentality as a lady, that the guy must do, some of them call it the Pareto principle of 80-20. I have not seen it anywhere. Where it must be the guy that picks the 80, you pick the 20. He owns the responsibility. If he's responsible, he will foot the bill. If he does not have, the person closest to the bill picks it. That is the readiness of marriage. You're earning 800,000. His salary is 100,000. How do you expect him to pay the house rent, pay the children's school fees, bring money for food, and still buy you your 100,000 weave-on? With 100,000 naira? Then what do you do with your 800,000? You keep it in the bank and buy clothes? And you profess love? You are wicked. You want to kill him. Humility is key. But it stays with us. Especially for the ladies. You must constantly remind yourself that this is my hero, this is my husband, irrespective of how much he has in his pocket. You're the one that tells the world he's poor. You are the one, as a lady, that tells the world your husband is poor.
For those that attended, it was a wonderful experience with a lot to learn and take away from.
It was such an amazing time. It was an eye-opener to meet singles and to ensure that we connect. I mean, it was such. We played some games. I mean, it was a fun event. We were able to meet a couple of people, talk, and share ideas. And I think basically one of the things that struck me the most was about the fact that a change of mindset. There's some things that, let's say, single ladies have in mind, the men, those issues were dealt with, and I think it was really, really incredible.
I had fun. It was really interesting, and I hope they do more of this because it would help bring and unite, of course, singles connect. It would help us tangle.
I got the mail the other day and I was bored. Let me just come around and see what's happening, and it's quite interesting. I never knew that we do something like this. I thought it was you only watch it in the movies.
Mrs. Chinwe Bode Akinwande speaks further on the event and the concept behind the theme Ready.
Ready for us today was an acronym, and R starting with the reality. A is the actions you're expected to take if you want to go into a relationship. For the ER, what are your expectations? Like we discussed today, have an expectations for the man you want to marry, for the woman that you want to marry, and don't let the relationship shape your expectations. Then for the D is, are you going to be dedicated? What are your dedications? Be dedicated and know things that you need to work on, things you need to drop, things you need to modify. At what point of compromise do you need to get to make this relationship work before it leads to marriage? Then for the Y is the popular one that we all know, yours truly. But before the yours truly, you have to be your own yours truly, and the guy's yours truly or the lady's yours truly. But they all come together to form the puzzle of Ready. If we are able to look into this like we've spoken to the singles today, we've rubbed our minds together, and the answer is yes, then go for it.
Interestingly, the singles speak on how they know the opposite sex is ready for a relationship.
For the theme today, actually, which is being ready. Being ready means, are you ready spiritually, physically, and emotionally? Because actually, being in a relationship entails all these.
To my own opinion, probably emotionally they are not ready, probably financially, could be some factors.
It depends on individual differences. Most times it boils down to the blood group, one's character, what's your personality.
And marriage is something that you have to be very careful not to rush into it, because you prepare for a marriage not just for the wedding, you're preparing for a marriage for a lifetime.
I have these instincts. In me that when I see someone that is very sincere and is talking to me, then I will know that this person is ready. And there's some character traits.
My tip today is one, stay humble to be who you are. Look inwards and tell yourself the truth. What are the things that you think you need to work on before you even bring in someone into your life, or before you say you are ready? Work on those things. Stay humble. We talked about finance. Money is critical. Everybody is clamoring change. We know how the meltdown is in the economy, but the truth is, for the lady, if you find yourself anymore, will you stay humble? Will you stay submissive? And will you still respect your husband? For the man as well, even if you're not earning as high as her, will you support her career? Will you ensure that you work on your ego to know that it has nothing to threaten your position as the man in the relationship? What are you standing for, and how much will you go for that relationship to make sure that it's a success? That is what we are telling people. As long as you can do that, then you're ready, go for it.
One thing is clear from this edition of the Singles Connect. Getting into a relationship without being prepared and ready is a catalyst to failure. That should not be the case.